Well, welcome back. A Toronto-based filmmaker, TJ Derry, has just dropped his first novel. Carried Away, Surviving the Unimaginable, tells the story of a group of surfers stranded and fighting for their lives after a tsunami devastates a remote Indonesian island. The book also features an innovative use of QR codes, highlighting a partnership with an environmental organization working to clean Indonesia's rivers and beaches. And for more on this, I'm joined in studio by the author, TJ Derry. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Very cool book. So, I'm curious about the inspiration, because we were just talking off camera whether you took some of the inspiration of what happened about 20 years ago. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, the inspiration was really that I wanted to write a book that I would want to read. So the thing that happened on Boxing Day in 2004 was maybe somewhere in the back of my mind, but the idea was, how could I find a book that I would want to actually get lost in? And then when I couldn't find anything, I was like, well, maybe there's something I can do to actually write that book.
Well, I'm curious, you're a filmmaker as well?
Yes.
And so why did you decide to transition from film to the written word?
Well, I guess it's like a storyteller is a storyteller, I guess, is sort of the thing. And I think I was doing a lot of traveling at the time, and I wanted to stop watching TVs on film or on flights, and so I was looking for a book to read, really. And then I was like, well, maybe I can challenge myself and try to write something, and which didn't go well for a while, but I gave it a shot, and then after a bit of time, I kind of had a breakthrough, and I kept writing. So that's sort of how that all came together.
You know, I can imagine when you watch one of your films, or you're picking up your book and you're just holding it in your hand. There's something different about something that's tangible, right?
Yeah.
That you can just literally hold in your hands. And tell me, like, what's it like when you kind of see the fruits of your labor, and now that it's all packaged and ready for the public?
Yeah, it's a strange feeling. I think the first time I held the print of it was the moment where I was like, wow, this is actually real. But yeah, it is different than film in a lot of ways, because it is a physical thing that you're holding, and it's very easy to consume for people who aren't sitting in front of a TV. So there's something really unique about that. But to me, the process is sort of the same. It's just trying to convey an emotion, convey a message to the reader or the audience, right?
I'm curious about this partnership with an environmental organization. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so in Indonesia in specific, which is where the book is set, there is a major problem with plastic trash and waste in the waterways. And there's this grassroots organization called Sungai Watch that I've been following for a long time. And because the book relies so heavily on the ecosystem and the oceans, I thought one way to kind of help give back would be to donate a little bit of the portions of the proceeds from the book to that organization, because these guys are really just out there doing it. They got hip waders on, they go into these river systems, and they just start to clean trash, and it's grown a lot.
Where is the trash coming from? Like, who's responsible? Is it the tourists that go to the country? Is it the ships, the cruise ships that cruise by? Where's it coming from?
It would seem like, from what I can say, from what I've noticed, is or what Gary's doing, the guy who's there, he's sort of found that it's mostly inland Indonesian people who just throw their trash down the sides of hills or into the rivers themselves. The riverways all lead into the ocean. And so what they've done is they've tried to go and educate local communities, but they built these gateways that actually stop the trash from getting to the ocean. So sort of stopping it at the source, and then also trying to go and educate the people who just don't really maybe know any better, or that's just their way of life. But that seems to be the major problem there.
Isn't it surprising? I've been to Southeast Asia. It's probably one of the most beautiful places I've been to on the planet. Yet a lot of people treat it like a garbage dump.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is. And so it rains. Like, they just had a huge number of storms there. And the team at Sungai Watch has been completely inundated. They've been trying to clean for I think it's been like the last month, where they haven't had like a break at all. And so having the ability to help provide them with a bit of funding, hopefully, is I guess a good cause. And I just think that people who don't wait for permission and just go and do it, those are the people who we should be supporting, and that's why I kind of decided to do that with this particular book.
Tell us a little bit more about the use of QR codes and how it plays out in the experience of reading this book.
Right, so the story follows a guy named Cole, and it's written in first person, so you're next to him the whole time, or you are him, you're his POV. So you follow him through this entire journey and the whole tsunami thing and going and experiencing all this. I decided that it would be really cool if you could see some of what he's seeing, some of the topography or maybe the maps that he's talking about, things that he's describing. And so originally I was just going to put some illustrations in the book, but the idea of a QR code linking you to a journal that he's keeping on the trip was an idea that kind of came to me, and I was like, man, it's a cool idea. Like, I wonder if I could draw out this stuff in a journal that's sort of exogenous and the sidecar to the actual book, and you can go and look at what he's seeing, and sort of he's drawing these things that are happening to him, and you can kind of get another sense for what's actually going on in the book, right?
I'm curious, as a filmmaker who just wrote a novel,
Yeah.
is the author going to make this into a film?
Oh man, wouldn't that be a dream? I don't know. That would be, yeah, of course, that would be great, but we'll see. It's one of those, it's a tough business, and Hollywood is, they're a little bit fickle sometimes, but that's the hope. It's a visual story for sure.
I know that they're looking for original stories, because it seems like there's a lot of sequels and a lot of these superhero movies, and there's a lack of these kind of interesting personal stories. If people want to grab the book, Carried Away, where can they find it?
Yeah, so wherever you buy books, you can. If you're in the States, Barnes and Noble's carrying it. Indigo in Canada. You can go on Amazon, of course, and then if you want to get like a custom copy, because I'll sign them if you want, you can go to readcarriedaway.com, and I can ship you a book from there as well.
Appreciate you coming into studio.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for having
Derry,
me.
thank you.
Cool.
This is Toronto's breaking news. CP24, the Leafs were looking to break a 4-game losing streak as they visited the Blackhawks last night. We'll have game highlights coming up.